Abdul incoming. Dump. Back up over 3% for AES. New York Times estimates Al Sayed will win the primary. Okay, that is fucking. Let's
Not
be
new.
not new, and also they're just saying it leans in his direction. Okay, chill out. But do you see what I'm saying? Like utterly devoid of policy, and I guess like it goes back to we're pulling out. Oh, I thought you were recording.
No, when you hit the.
Yeah, it is on here already. No, but
You don't need to.
so what I was.
I don't need to do my job at all.
Yeah, no, I say everything all the time.
Totally irrelevant.
So like what I'm trying to get at is that it is vibes,
Vibes matter?
but vibes matter, and I knew that already. But vibes can be so directionally manipulated by the barrage of ads. But normally my theory, and I guess like Vincent kind of pushed back on this when we were in the car the other day, where I was like, my theory is negative ad spend depresses voter turnout. That didn't happen here. So negative ad spend usually doesn't like excite Haley Stevens' base to be like, oh, I fucking hate this Muslim, like I'm gonna go out and vote against him, right? Like that's not something that usually happens. And it was a big problem with Hillary Clinton. Like Hillary Clinton's negative attacks against Donald Trump actually ended up hurting her as well, because it wasn't like promoting her policies, but instead it was just like giving Donald Trump constant name recognition and name ID, which he was able to, jujitsu his way out of by just being Donald Trump and having like high impact moments over and over again, which is what we've seen in other races as well with like Zoran. Whenever they ask him a question about like Israel, for example, he just like boom, flips it back to like, I care about New York, whatever, right? Abdul's done that quite a lot as well in this race, but I guess there's never been a race like this as far as like a 10-to-1 outspend, so it's a very hard to predict. But I am still.
You're saying that AIPAC doesn't spend any Israel issue in particular, but everybody knows. These are highly engaged voters. These are Democratic Party voters. Everybody knows where the two candidates are.
No, but I think. No, I don't. I don't think the people were. We saw. New York Times, I talked about this earlier. New York Times Daily had a Haley Stevens canvasser who was like very aggressively canvassing for her because she was like, I like Abdul, but like I don't think he can defeat Mike Rogers. Haley Stevens can't. Like she bought into the electability argument. She literally turned around and told the New York Times reporter, I don't like that she's getting money from AIPAC. I wish that wasn't the case. I don't like AIPAC at all. That was the most tapped in, high propensity voter you can possibly get. Suburbanite, white woman, college educated, going out in her small town and door knocking for Haley Stevens, who still was anti-AIPAC. So that's the reason why I'm saying like, there is like, I mean, this is low-key why they spend so much money. They spend so much money to like make you reconsider, where they're like, maybe Israel isn't that much of a poison pill in a campaign. That's why they spend so much money not talking about Israel, but instead saying Abdul al-Sayed is a sexist or unelectable and all this shit. None of the ads ever feature Israel at all. Oh, 100%. That's. I mean, that is going to be, if we are doing any sort of, if we're doing like any sort of real analysis, like a real autopsy of what happened, that is the most consequential aspect of this race. I would never say that. I love Barack Obama. Please, Barack Obama, do not endorse against Barack Obama. Please, Barack Obama, endorse the winner of this primary. Hopefully, inshallah, it's Abdul al-Sayed.
I'll say it though, it was Barack Obama's fault.
I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy.
Has been vindicated.
I don't know this guy. I don't know. Barack, if you're watching, I don't know this guy. I love you. Please start endorsing against left flank candidates. I mean, for left flank candidates. That's the craziest thing. Like, that is the real truth, Nuke. A lot of people, like, I talked about this before on stream where I was like, if Barack Obama would, like, even decide the nudge in any of these races, it would be a wrap. he could single-handedly destroy the left flank momentum. So I'm very grateful and very gracious to both the Podjons and to my goat, Barack Hussein Obama, who I love and I've famously always loved and have never criticized for staying out of these races. It would have been nicer if he was like, I didn't endorse Haley Stevens in this race. He didn't do that. See, this is out of love. I'm doing the Barack Obama voice out of love.
Right.
And not in jest. What? Yes, and he could do that again. That's the real truth news. Bro, Trump is on the tarmac talking about Abdul El Sayed watching the race. He's with us. He's tuned into the Hasan broadcast. Oh, you can't hear it. It's fucking dog shit audio. But he says, Trump, I have not found out who won the election with Abdul. Who won? Reporter says, it looks like it's going to be a late night. He goes, oh. In, I think, 23 minutes. At least according to Tim Balk of the New York Times. And they're supposed to be coming here as well. Yeah, Donovan, I think. Yeah, he's coming here. No, he's coming here. Yeah, he's watching the stream.
They're only 6 minutes behind.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Maylot's coming. Rap's coming.
Are we gonna migrate somewhere? I mean, don't say where. But...
I'm gonna go back to my hotel room, and people can come if they want to, but I'm not. I am dialed in. I'm locked in. I'm on pure adrenaline right now.
There's also this.
No, I don't need a Red Bull. I hate the takes of people being like, conversely, even if Abdul wins, I hope he gets humbled. It's like, dude, it's $70 million. Like, it's not like he was, like, it's such a ridiculous thing to just be like, we did this. It reminds me of my favorite quote, Enver Hoxha, who once famously said, between us and China, we have 1 billion communists. It's like, you didn't do this, okay? You did not do this. You are a random Twitter user who is utterly irrelevant in the grand scheme of things.
Who said the humble thing?
What?
Who said
Some random fucking thing that showed up on my For You page of some like annoying asshole centrist Democrat who's like, it seems like Abdul has been humbled. It's like you are sitting at home watching $70 million of MAGA billionaire money being directed at the behest of a foreign lobbying organization, being deployed against an American candidate who just wants fucking Medicare for all and to no longer, dump endless billions of dollars to said foreign country, and you're acting like you had a say in this process, like you played any role in this process at all. It's like that meme of the guy who's like stopping the subway train as it stops. He's like, I did this, like I'm doing this, I'm pushing it. Like I had more of a fucking impact in this race than some random centrist Twitter account. You know what I mean? Anyway, of course, Jeremy Moss also is succeeding into Haley Stevens' seat, which is a very sad state of affairs. It's that he's also super pro-Israel. So they at least got that one. Also, people after this race will be like Mallory McMorrow. There will be a lot of Mallory McMorrow truthers for sure that will say like, oh, this wouldn't have been a barn burner if it was Mallory McMorrow.
Yeah.
Well, especially if it's the margin there. Or like the margin between them.
Well, it's not how that works. Hey, what's up? Yeah, nice to meet you in person. Yeah, unfortunately it didn't work out.
No, it didn't. You got somebody who's spending millions of dollars from Pakistan marching.
The Moss race that I was talking about.
America is not our
Yeah, people, I mean, this is why the centrist election watchers are so black-pilled about voters in general, where they just like talk about them like they're cattle. Like as though they deserve less. Because they've been running candidates that they like. For us, on the left flank, we never run candidates that we like. or at least we've never had like an expectation that the well-liked candidates have any capacity to win. We're now establishing a lot of credibility in these races, right? Starting off in deep blue districts, but certainly have a shot, a real opportunity. I'm more so worried about like the consequences that this will have on the Francesca Hong race takes as well, where they'll say like, oh, see, it's fucking over. Like people are overestimating her as well. Like that's probably going to be like the immediate response.
I didn't mean marching her, but what happens if this remains true? That Maro's vote total is the difference, basically, of him winning.
People who like centrist Democrats will blame her and be like, you should have dropped out before, you were on the ballot.
There's no way to know what percentage that was.
Yeah, I know. But
People will pretend it's all would have been all for him, but we don't know that. People like to play that game. It's only true in the neighborhoods.
everyone's dunking on you, Mitch voter, because he was the one who was like saying that the internal post or very reputable source said this grandma passed away, unfortunately. I met her at the Ann Arbor event.
Oh yeah.
This is we used to jokingly refer to her as my youngest fan. But she went to an Abdul event like many, many months ago. And yeah.
She was so excited to see this.
Yeah, it was awesome. I apologized to her for cursing. But she was so stoked apparently.
I mean, people might blame you too. They were doing it before, right, son?
Oh, I don't give a shit about that. Yeah, they fucking win or lose, I always get the blame, and it doesn't matter. They blamed me for Nithya Raman. I didn't even endorse Nithya, and they were like, Nithya Raman lost because of you, and then she won, and then everyone shut the fuck up. Oh, yeah. They never went, okay, Nithya Raman won because of you. They just
endorse her?
No, I didn't.
That's your city?
I know. Don't even. I don't want to talk about it. Well, I just, it's It's a Turkish saying, or I mean, I guess there's an American version of it too. I think it's like a cobbler can't fix their own shoe or something. Like a tailor can't mend their own. A tailor can't mend their own clothes. Is a Turkish saying, and it's like my backyard. I rarely get that involved in, and I'm just. No, it's just.
No, listen to the analogy, man. It's fine.
It's a little over my head.
You should watch the virtual part of the stream.
Or don't.
The interview.
Oh.
They explained everything.
Interesting. Okay, I'll do that later.
Yeah.
And just remember, she won.
Noted.
Yeah, she won because of me. No. It's funny because like a lot of the narrative building around me never comes from me and comes from what people are saying about me. Whether it be Joe Rogan to the left, whether it be like, oh, you guys are becoming like kingmakers, like all this shit. Like I always oppose these kinds of statements, but no one seems to give a shit about what I actually have to say about it. 10 to 15. Bro, they're gonna make it. They're gonna come here by the time they close this venue. I feel like they're supposed to be.
Was on her way as what she called front roll 4 minutes ago. That's 7 minute drive. So theoretically, but then Donovan's probably gonna take longer.
No, I know. Vincent said that they were.
Well, so
At 8 minutes ago, he said 10 to 15 minutes.
he has a friend who's a civil rights attorney, voter rights attorney, who's been following Wayne County for a while. He says that returns come in late, and then we won't know until the early morning for Wayne County.
Oh, late is late.
Like 4.
4 a.m.?
Yeah. Or early, depending on. Do you have flights booked? Yeah. I'm on a noon flight.
Steve Kornacki is malding at the decision desk. He wants to go to sleep. Okay, that's really funny. That's funny. Get back to work, Steve. We're all fucking we're all 36K lead. Abdul El Sayed, new dumps.
We like new dumps. Donovan being up is great though.
Dude, it's not Israel comes to me in my dreams. It's Wayne County comes to me in my dreams.
Just have this stream live, and when there's a new dump, it has a ding,
Wakes you up.
just wakes you up, turn over, see if it's worth it.
Cranky Kernacki, big dumps. Let's fucking shit.
Oakland is finished county, and she only won it by 6. So
Okay.
that was supposed to be her best county.
Yeah.
So
Going to bed, but if El Sayed wins narrowly, one of the first things he'll be told to do is kick Hasan Piker to the curb to campaign statewide. And the Schadenfreude is delicious, says Shannon Watts.
Here it is. I was waiting for it.
I think it's really funny because, like,
I don't think it's gonna happen.
first of all, I don't think these people genuinely understand. And again, no one ever listens to me, weirdly enough. Even if I'm the story, no one ever fucking listens to what I have to say about this shit, where they'll be like, no, I know what's going on. They do not understand. This stuff is not for me. This stuff is, and I know you don't fully agree with this as well. This is not as beneficial for me as sitting the fuck at home. I'm spending money. I'm losing sleep. I'm not. No, I'm not. But people don't realize, like, I'm a content creator. I could just sit the fuck at home and watch from afar and not get inundated with, like, terrorism allegations on a daily basis from Democrats, while on the other side I have fucking Republicans, like the Republican administration, also trying to set up, like, federal fucking indictments. Like, it's not. I don't want to do this.
I don't think people think you're doing it for your bottom line. I think you're doing it because you want to, because you think it's going to help the country.
Yeah, exactly. But the point is,
somebody like that thinks, oh well, he doesn't help the candidates. We're going to kick him to the curb.
no, I think the people like that think that like their personal animus or their personal animosity, that they've developed over what they see on their Twitter timeline is what's, like, greatly impacting their analysis. Like, they think that my involvement in this race is, like, playing a significant role when it's not. Like, I think it's more so because all these guys will tell you, if you ask them, like the campaigns will tell you, they poll my shit. Like, they will poll my approvals. Like, they're not gonna make they don't know me anything. You know what I mean? Like, from their calculation, it's worthwhile. But yeah, another great victory for DSA member, 26-year-old Chris Gilmer Hill has declared victory over incumbent state representative Helena Scott in Michigan's 8th House District, Detroit, Ferndale, Pleasant Ridge. Scott, 66, came in third in her city council race last year. So there's another good victory for DSA as well right there, so that's good.
Chris? Right here.
Chris Gilmer, no one. Yeah. Dude, it's so crazy. Okay. What time?
They said they don't know, but before 1.
So within 40 minutes.
Okay, question. It looks like Al Sayed has a very good chance to win. What do you think about the traction these DSA candidates are getting? Well, I think it's crazy because that's what Trump said. Trump said, well, I think it's crazy because it's going to ruin our country. These cities are always filthy, dirty, no jobs, no anything, no money. They are always filthy, disgusting, dirty. I'm a clean person.
That's real?
That's what he said.
But he's a real clean freak.
Yeah, he is. That's true. Yeah, he is like, he's...
Yeah, it was a huge hurdle for him to start shaking hands in 2015.
Yeah.
He didn't like to do that. It's kind of why it's so ironic that he was so cavalier about COVID. Because you know that, like, in a perfect world, he would have been a huge master. Purell everywhere.
So, someone said this is turning into Lib Stalingrad. They're holding off strong.
I'm so.
That's
It's crazy. Do you think this was the pool party?
Yeah, I think it was the pool party.
stop.
I think it was the pool party.
No.
Oh my god, I can't stop refreshing. Okay, what are we looking at, chat? Give me some news.
How many people do you have seen in?
Like 50,000?
Do you need a charging bank, by the way? You good?
Yeah, 50,000
Oh,
viewers
you might.
still. 10 hours in.
Do you need a
That's
charging
more
bank?
than
by the way?
you have on a good day usually, right?
Well, today is a special day. This community has been intimately involved in this race from the start.
Yeah.
Sometimes in ways that, you know, I would not like to even be involved in this race as, but
It was around your appearance that you started to really catch fire, wasn't it?
yeah, that was the turning point for the race for sure. Like it was that's, or at least that's what Mitchell and a lot of these other posters like directly pointed to. I'm good. Directly pointed to. But it wasn't necessarily because, and I keep stressing this over and over again, it wasn't because I'm like super popular or anything, but it was more so because like the media angling against Abdul as like the anti-Israel candidate in a way where they were like, oh, it's bad to be anti-Israel, it's bad to Hasan Piker is anti-Israel, Abdul al-Sayed is anti-Israel is a bad thing, brought in a lot of national attention to the race. And that's when people were like, no, actually, we're also that way. And then Abdul literally got in the first place and never got off first place from that point on. And I think that was when Mallory McMorrow's like more progressive voters basically, her progressive support collapsed and immediately shifted to Abdul because she was the one who spearheaded that movement at the direction of some of these like centrist think tanks that thought she would be the Goldilocks candidate.
April, that was like early April.
Yeah.
I remember like as a candidate feeling like, oh, something changed.
Yeah, no, he went from third place to first place and then never stopped being in first place after that.
But even just like in our race in Utah and probably other races too, like feeling like, oh, we can do things differently than we were before because we saw the reaction to that.
Yeah. And also, a lot of people will try to, like, look, a lot of people are going to look at this race and the take machine and the take economy is going to go crazy. But, like, what they have to literally look at is $70 million in ad spend and also the governor's endorsement, the outbound senator's endorsement, and, like, the endorsement of other, like, I mean, I talk to a lot of people in Detroit, community leaders out here. They don't think Jim Clyburn's endorsement was that relevant overall, but there are, I think it's the head of the Black Caucus here, his endorsement was like far more relevant overall had a lot more sway in the black vote in general. So, what is this?
Let's hear.
Diamond hands on the take economy. And also, last but not least, it was the Obama endorsement. So you can put that in the bag. Like you can look at it as like a fake Obama endorsement.
Was the happy birthday wish today?
Yeah, it's so shameless.
That was horrible.
You go front end. I'm grabbing mail.
All right.
And then Abdul speaking. 4-1. Yeah, Abdul's gonna speak 4-1.
Like everyone being like, Abdul has a fuck ton of work to do mending bridges. Here's the fucking take nuke for you, okay? You are all unbelievably Islamophobic pieces of shit, okay? You literally called the dude a fucking terrorist for months on end and like called him a sexist, misogynist, terrorist, bad candidate, fake doctor when he has like 2 fucking degrees. And now you're gonna sit there and be like, well, you know, you really got to come to me now. Like, what are you talking about? Do you want to fucking win or not? Lock the fuck in, okay? Lock the fuck in. And I do worry that there are some out there who, in an effort to make sure that this narrative that a progressive can win in a state like Michigan doesn't take root, will literally either subtly or, not so secretively endorse Mike Rogers or stay out of the race while, trying to push the excitement in the opposite direction. Like, everyone is already doing the can El Sayed unite the Democrats? And that question is just, can El Sayed get the pro-Israel vote? Can El Sayed win over, not even the vote necessarily, but like, can El Sayed get the people and the groups and the NGOs and the consultants that have worked extensively for pro-Israel candidates to shut the fuck up about El Sayed being a terrorist for a long enough timeline so that, we can consolidate the base and defeat the fucking Republican?
Thank you.
That's the real take. That's the truth nuke.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
How much do we think APAC is prepared to spend against the general election?
What?
How much do we think APAC is prepared to spend against the
$100 million. Easy. Like, 100 million plus.
How'd you know my job?
Also, I'm fucked because it won't just be Abdul. They will literally be like, Hasan Piker is a terrorist. Here's his home address. You should drone strike it. Like, they've done it. They've sent a drone. New York Post sent a drone to my house. Rupert Murdoch literally sent a fucking aerial drone to my house to take an overhead photo of it, and then they plastered it on the fucking cover. So that already happened. Again, didn't get enough national attention, no national endorsements overall. Like, in our experience, this works very well. Like, the secret sauce is either Bernie or an AOC endorsement, DSA activity on the ground. Abdul didn't have DSA, but Abdul had Bernie and AOC and myself. So if we all work in tandem, that has been the secret recipe in all of these insurgent races, including ones where our candidates are getting outspent. Never 10-1, of course.
Do you think there's still a place for the WFP right now? Or do you think they're just getting completely outclassed by DSA?
No, I think WFP is still a very important organization in these efforts. Like, look, they don't have, they have money, they have access, they have connections. Like, I'll never discount any, like, the example I will use is Connie Chen. Connie Chen was running against Shoykat, right? The institutional left in San Francisco didn't trust Shoykat Chakrabarti, so they were like, we need someone else. And Connie Chen is not like a super progressive. She's progressive, very progressive for San Francisco, but like she's not DSA, she's not a socialist, right? And to be fair, neither Shoykat doesn't call himself social either. But Connie Chen in that race called me an anti-Asian racist, and she wanted to win. And now that she won the runoff, she's in the running. I don't give a shit. I'll fucking endorse her. I'll go stump for her. I'll go door knock for her if she wants me to. She doesn't, I don't think. And she has a pretty close race so far with Scott Wiener. But I just want to win. I don't give a fuck. I want the most progressive person to win in every single race, which means I always want to defeat the Republicans. But I don't think the same intensity exists for a lot of establishment Democrats who are way, way more comfortable with losing to Republicans as long as, they don't allow their left flank to win. And I do worry about that. And I've been worrying about that regardless of how big of a blowout potentially the Abdul race might have been, right? And it didn't turn out that way. So they're already fucking hitting the, so they're already doing the takes.
I wanted to help Sophia.
Look, Josh Kraushaar, Jewish Insider. These are the type of primary results that, win or lose, raise a lot of red flags surrounding El Sayed's electability. Black voters going big for Stevens so far. Brother, $64 million. $64 million.
What do you think Olivia Ryan will do in that match? She's in this.
I'm surprised that she hasn't come up to me. Oh, they're here.
We're missing.
Vincent, give me something. Give me something. Give me anything. Give me anything. No, I want takes, man. I don't give a shit about anything else. I want numbers. Give me the numbers.
Donovan's in a really, really, really good place.
Yes.
Donovan's in a really good place.
Okay.
The next drop for Donovan it's possible it'll pull him down a little, but it's like a false. So people should prepare for that emotionally. But
okay, that's good
then
to
the
know.
drops that follow that should be much more positive.
Okay. What do we think about Abdul?
I mean, I am not panicking, nor am I like, we got this.
Yeah.
I'm in a chiller mood.
Okay. Where did, from your estimations, where did Abdul, where did Haley Stevens overperform? It was like rural.
Well, I mean, she clearly did very well with older black voters, which we knew was going to be the case.
Yeah.
And I think there was some idea of a Abdul overperformance that didn't fully come to fruition, which adjusted some of people's ideas. But yeah, I mean, she did really well in the rurals, in the smaller towns, in some of the mid-sized cities. I mean, you see on the map, right? Like,
Yeah.
So that's what's going on. But also, there's so much vote left.
I know.
Just gotta chill. But I mean, there's clearly a huge number of Donovan Stevens voters.
Yeah. No. I mean, we saw that when we were out there.
Yeah, we did.
So it's expected.
Yeah.
No, that has been one of the most interesting aspects of this race overall is that normally like you have some sort of like cross endorsement appeal across the board. It just did not work at all in this case. I
think it's all like I don't want to make any.
No, but it wasn't a 100%.
Oh no, for sure.
I
just mean I think that Donovan and Abdul cross endorsing made a big difference for Abdul and Donovan with different.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was just saying like normally you would. There's no, like when there's a DSA slate, it's like, it's just, there's a website for it, you know exactly where your polling station is, you know exactly who you're voting for, boom, boom, boom. Whereas like, and there's not a lot of split voters.
True. That's true. I believe that.
Where is Donovan?
Oh, you didn't see my text. So, Donovan pivoted and is going home to his young children, but we have two fun guests for you.
No, it's fine. I don't even need guests. We're supposed to be leaving. I think this area is also, like the event space is also for until like a certain hour.
Probably true.
Yeah. So
How long are you streaming for?
I'm just gonna stream until they kick us out, and then I'm gonna go back to the hotel and continue streaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I saw Politico. Progressives dreamed of a Michigan domination. Now they're sweating a tight Senate race.
It's just, they're entitled to do a little bit of pre-gloating on.
No, I think it's bullshit.
But it's also it's just funny because it's like, okay, what were y'all saying in February?
No, it's still bullshit.
I agree.
It's 100% bullshit. You want to know why? $70 million. That's it.
True.
There's no reason to concede on that narrative in any way, shape, or form. Like, yeah, okay, internal posters greatly overestimated. And I guess the closest was like the Emerson one was like inflated as fuck.
But also, it's just there are many takes that are beginning to propagate in my head, but there's so much vote left.
Yeah.
Who knows if the fact that the polling that was so strong for him, that was a cluster of polls at the end, which also reflect voter preferences of voters at the end. So maybe it'll be less of an inaccuracy because we'll see huge shit. Like it's just very hard to.
But we don't know how they're. Wait, do you have an understanding of like what are they weighing? Like are they going by who voted when? In
the polling?
Yeah.
Well,
no. Are they weighing right? Like, is it weighed in the direction of like the closer you get to E-Day, the more the votes are going to be counted, like right now?
So my understanding is the same, which is that it is not a situation where this is all mail, but it's like directionally true that the much more of the vote that is in right now is earlier vote, whether it be early in person or absentee. Like mail, it's heavily represented in this, but they count it in a mixed way. But the direction, like that truism of like the results will get better as time goes on is not a linear thing in this instance, but it is directionally still true. So I understand this vote to be, I know this vote to be, particularly in Wayne County, to still heavily overrepresent male.
Zachary Danini says, I have Abdul by 1.5 right now. We're in a situation where I just don't have that much insight into where Wayne is remaining, but it's not either of the candidate strongholds, Detroit or Dearborn. The vote left in Ingham, Kent, Kalamazoo just isn't great for El Sayed. But at this point, he built his firewall, and then burden is on Stevens to figure out how she's going to close it. Still in the situation where I'd rather be Abdul, but we aren't that close to a call. To be clear, at this point, El Sayed is heavily favored. Maybe my wording is a little too soft. Above 1.5 point is like 23K margin, and he's up 37K right now.
Is this a Wi-Fi password?
No, I have no idea.
Figure it out. Who might know?
Marquette County in, Abdul up.
All right, I'll be right back.
What? We're not a panic hand, chat. We're not panic hands. Marquette 57.9% for Abdul, 35.6 for Stevens, 6.4 for McMorrow. Can you go bowling on? No. 70% of total votes in, guys. I don't know. I feel like this is a lock. No, you're not looking at the percentages, and you're not looking at the different areas that they're counting from. I'm predicting a McMorrow comeback.
Oh yeah, everyone on election day
If you vote for her, she can still win.
There's still time to spoil your. Well, if Mike Pence has the courage, Mallory McMorrow can still win this election.
No, I'm doing a January 6th in the state capitol for Mallory McMorrow.
Do you know what time that would be?
So
Do you know what time he's going to speak?
who?
I was here before.
Oh,
one.
Abdul?
Yeah.
If the race gets called, can you bowl against Vincent? No, I will be fucking going to sleep. I'm gonna knock myself out.
What's happening to me?
He said, "Can you bowl against Vincent if the race gets called?" And it's not gonna get called until fucking 4 a.m. anyway.
You're really gonna stream through the call?
I don't think so, but I'll see. I am going to stream until I can't stream.
Okay.
And I'm on hour 11 right now. So
Okay, here it just happened. So Shree just got boosted by 1.4% and Donovan down 1.4%. We're at 50% of the vote. Canada and Michigan's 13th. That's the false. That's what's supposed to scare you. Don't get scared. I'm good. How are you? So, all on track for Donovan McKinney. This is very exciting, Donovan McKinney.
That is very exciting.
full slate victory is huge. Full slate victory is huge. That's where we're.
We just had a 0.3 boost for El Sayed. Okay. I hate that the Wayne County's website is really, really bad, and it's really screwing with the dashboards. Okay, this one's out of date now.
Mallory at 4%. Let's fucking go.
Are you all staying here? Are you going to the main room for Abdul's speech?
When's he gonna speak? Of course we'll go to the main room.
4-1, we're being told to go to the main room.
Oh, okay. Let's go into the main room. Abdul's gonna give a speech right
Can you come back here at least?
I don't know. I would take my stuff if I were
We're
you.
coming in now.
You never know. We have to go inside for Abdul's speech. I'll do it after. All right.
Really?
How you feeling?
Very nervous, but still optimistic.
Yeah.
Nervous but optimistic.
Yeah, you helped Will Lawrence, right?
Will Lawrence, I just endorsed, and I didn't really do that much for Will. It was just mostly for Abdul and Donovan.
Yeah. But
he won.
Yeah, he won
Which
by
is really
double
great.
digits.
Yeah.
Winning.
Yeah.
Donovan won? Officially?
No. Will Lawrence.
Okay, got it.
No, not yet.
Inshallah.
But yeah, I mean, it looks still pretty positive for Abdul. It's just unbelievable how much impact the 9-1 outspend has on a race, and it's already annoying because they're going to be like, oh, he's close because of Hasan. He would have, like, they're already doing it,
right,
which is crazy.
Right. If it's not meets expectations, it's your fault.
Yeah.
If you help, you had nothing to do with it.
Of course.
Right. Yes. Well, I'm gonna be on Sean Hannity, your boy Sean Hannity's show tomorrow.
You should ask him why he said he would have me on his broadcast and then never did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's ghosting
Be like,
Let me make a note of that.
be like, you talk about Hasan every night. He does every night.
Yeah.
He talks about me, and he invited me to do his podcast, and then he bailed.
Really?
Yeah, and he just won't respond to our calls now.
Oh, you just gave me some good
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I'm looking for some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
Right.
is it? Is it the podcast or is it the show?
The show.
Oh, good,
9
good.
p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, hell yeah. That'll be awesome.
I'm excited.
These guys, I don't think they understand, like, No, I'm not going to say anything. We're on
Right,
camera.
right.
We're on
Oh,
camera.
there we
No.
go.
He's
be
going to
lovely.
cook you. He's going to cook you.
Yeah, I
Chris.
know. I'm
Chris,
shivering.
I hope you're shivering.
Yeah, I am. I'm very intimidated.
He's too powerful of force.
And his intellect is,
I know, it's out of this
It's
world.
intimidating is what it is.
Yeah. That's why I was like scared when he invited me.
I can imagine. Yeah.
And then I was like, such a sigh of relief I felt when he said, "Oh, don't."
He really spared you.
Yeah, he did.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you guys can talk about fighting too. He's apparently he spars.
Is that right?
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know how well, but he does spar.
Okay.
All right. Are we going inside?
All right.
All right. I think Abdul's gonna deliver a speech right now.
Okay. Let's do it.
Hi.
All right. I like that. I like that.
She looks good. Hi, Hasan. Can I also be in the picture?
Sorry. Keep it.
I like just a small counter for like my questions.
Thank you so much.
I'm good.
Thank you. That's not my picture, guys. Do you mind if I one more time? Sure. All right, thanks.
Hasan Piker is here.
Is Abdul Yeah. Oh, that way?
We cut the crowd.
All right.
Are you done live streaming, man? Are you done live streaming?
No, I'm still live streaming.
You're still live streaming?
Yeah. Abdul did better in rural areas? Sure. What's up? Nice to meet you, man.
She wants to get one too.
What are we at? Good? No, I'll get down with this thing.
Nice to meet you. I've been watching you for fucking years.
Oh, yeah.
I have a little message.
Lead's still growing.
So, we all know, we all love Rep Rab, one of the best socialists going to Congress right now.
Yeah, you were killing it. You went to the convention, right, recently?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is very under-discussed is that the need to raise money does not stop when you win. In fact, it gets a lot harder. And it gets particularly a lot harder for elected officials of color, particularly black elected officials who are constantly neglected and forgotten.
True.
Especially by major funders in our ecosystem. And true. And we need to support Rep Rab and make sure that he has the ability to fund his transition, to stay strong against the future APAC challenge. You can go right now to actblue.com/donate/Rab website. I'm sure the chat can spam it and get this guy a little bit of love tonight because he is here in Michigan on his own dime fighting for our movement. We gotta back him up. He deserves it. He's always there for us. We gotta be there for him. I just shifted $100 and I hope some folks will match me, but you know, if you can only give $1, if we all do it, it makes a massive difference.
Right. I appreciate it very much. It's good to see you. I keep bumping into you. So I know I'm in the right place. And the secret sauce is we keep showing up for each other when it matters most. And this is what solidarity looks like. Because there's a trope that this is about individuals, and it's not.
It's not.
This is about a collective victory. This is about movement. And what we're seeing here is the things that affect Detroit are the things that affect Lansing, Trenton, Harlem, Queens, Philly, Denver, on and on. And we keep showing up for each other because only we save us. We're not waiting for any saviors. We're not waiting for a political party. This is the work we do, and the real magic happens in between election cycles. But since we're in an election cycle, we need to make sure the right people win.
I think this race is also particularly important because no one spends $70 million for no reason.
Right.
There's a reason why this was a 9-to-1 outside expenditure race. And that was because it's a warning. It's not even about Abdul in that situation. It's just a warning for everybody else that dare to dream for a better future for Americans, that dare to speak out against the malign influence of corporations, that dare to speak out against the influence of Israel in our politics as well. It's a real threat. You just talked about, Vincent just brought up like how difficult it is to continuously fundraise as a candidate once you're in office. Like, the entire system is fundamentally broken.
Right. Well, or the system, this is what the system is about, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so we need to overhaul that, which is why it's so powerful that the folks who are winning believe in transformational change. We're not incrementalists. We believe we need to do this. Oh, what's happening?
It's just us. I think they're just showing.
Oh, this is exciting stuff because this is what the system was meant to do. And those of us who believe in systemic change, we understand that. And the people who are supporting it are glad to see it because we're not just doing the same thing playing around the margins.
I wonder, I really do wonder how we penetrate across working class neighborhoods, though, who very clearly still do watch TV and see the mailers, and it does work in making their decision for them in some instances.
But in most primaries, most registered voters don't actually vote.
Of course.
And who are the people who are going to reach them? It's those of us who organize on the ground. We're going to reach them. We can't give up, and we can't cede our power to corporate interests.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of this, playing a more active role in elections this cycle, I do understand why it breeds so much apathy. It's such a cynical rat race that has very little to do with policies. I was having a conversation earlier about what were the policy prescriptions that Haley Stevens had, and I can't tell you a single one. And it's not because I wasn't paying attention. I was paying close attention to things she was saying. And what's interesting is she didn't even have counter proposals to Abdul's proposal. She wouldn't say she's anti-Medicare for all. For all we know, she might be pro-Medicare. Of course she's not, but that is so I mean, that leaves such a cynical taste in my mouth.
That's the word I was looking for, cynical, right? And that turns people off. But then you have candidates like Abdul, and it inspires them.
Yeah.
Because, yes, he's very charismatic, very smart, but he talks about substantive things that have a visceral response in the average person. And my experience on the campaign trail, and not just for Congress, but for the 10 years leading up, people don't think in terms of left and right. They think about what moves us forward.
Yeah.
Right? And the things that move us forward are the things that he ran on, the things I ran on, the things that Maylard Heroes ran on, et cetera, et cetera. And that's something that I think is very powerful.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, we need to run up the numbers to the best of our ability. And it's always going to be an uphill battle. I knew that already from the start. I mean, I'm still very, very optimistic about what's going on, about all of these races, including the Abdul al-Sayed race as well. It's just, no matter what people say from the outside, no matter what the results are, and I do still think that it's going to turn out for us. It's $70 million. There's so much money. So much money that could have gone to these communities. Like, it would have been better off if every single person that voted for Haley Stevens got a check in the mail for their vote instead.
Right, but that's not even the ethic of the people who put it in, because they just put it in a super yacht.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? So it's not really, like, that money would never be spent for anything good, because that tells you about the source of that money. But even if he wins by a hair, it's still a victory against $60, $70 million, and it proves the point which you and I already know, that organized people beats organized money every time. And I don't think she can buy her way into this seat.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking of? It reminds me a lot of union busting initiatives where a company will spend more money than what a collective bargaining agreement would demand in the interim in order to deliver a decisive blow to the unionization effort to begin with. Where that is like, the message in that regard is far more important, because if you do actually unionize in your workplace, you have that collective bargaining capability, all of a sudden you can demand more, you can engage in work stoppages, all of a sudden you have power. And at the end of the day, in our current theoretical democratic process, your power does come from your vote. There are some people that are maybe further to the left than we are, or at least self-described, who cast aside the idea of participating in bourgeois electoral democracy in any capacity. But I think, and they're not like, it's not a large enough force overall. I think the much larger type of apathy exists from people who check out of the system because they feel like no change is coming to them, who don't believe, right? But having said that, it's still so unbelievably important to be able to go out and vote. And my point always is, if it wasn't important for people to go out and vote, they wouldn't spend $70 million to stop you from doing it, or to vote in the direction of AIPAC candidates, in the direction of pro-corporation candidates.
But here's the other piece. It's not this candidate specifically, it's about what he represents. He's a Muslim. He can't, like, if he beats us, right? So they know that if he wins, AIPAC as we know it is cooked. It's cooked. Because if they can't buy off someone to beat a Muslim progressive, what are they standing on? They're standing on quicksand. So they need desperately for him to lose, and we need desperately for him to win, because his victory is a victory for working people.
100%. It's a victory for democracy. Like, that's what corporate expenditures are. That's what outside expenditures are. It's an attempt to subvert the democratic process. And there's no clearer example of that happening than what we've seen tonight with the amount of movement that Haley Stevens was able to generate in an otherwise utterly policy-devoid agenda, like agenda-free campaign that she ran. It's mind-boggling to me. But we can't be discouraged.
I just want to be transparent. I hope you don't think I'm a sellout, but I spoke to Fox News earlier. Now, I went on and but no one complains when a white Democrat goes on Fox News,
of course not.
right? Or Bill Maher, right? So somehow this is inappropriate for us to talk.
Well, I think one of the things that I think drives people crazy is that I'm not accountable to the brands or the corporations that in other circumstances would be able to greatly moderate your speech to a certain degree.
Right.
So I just say how I feel.
Right.
And that, like you say, unbossed and unbought.
Yep.
And that is a terrifying prospect, especially when there's a tremendous number of people watching this.
Right.
Like, that is a competitive platform with a lot of mainstream outlets. That's terrifying. Like, I understand from their perspective, I get why they would spend so much of their time and effort engaging in this disciplining operation to be like, fuck off, leave this field.
And I'm not supposed to speak colorfully on those shows.
Yeah.
I can say what I want on this. You
Yeah.
have me on for longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They control that narrative.
Oh, yeah.
And you control your own because you're not bought off.
Yeah, when Oliver Larkin went on Fox News and they were talking about like how undocumented migrants are doing child rape, like he just, like the host, the Fox News host just blurts that insanely white supremacist and totally false narrative out. And Oliver turns around and says, well, Donald Trump is a pedophile. And they were like, oh, we got to go to commercial break.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming on. See you never.
I love that. They're very thin-skinned. Yeah. I love trolling those folks.
Yeah. But it's good. It's good TV for them too, to be fair.
You're really helping their ratings.
Yeah, apparently. They don't stop talking about me.
I know.
Like what kind of a decisive final name message is it to be like, oh, Abdul El-Sayed had Hasan Piker on the campaign trail. It's like no one knows who I am.
Right.
And the people that do, well, there are people that are, ordinary folk like the ones in this room right now that like me for the most part. And the ones that don't are never voting for a Democrat anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a very strange phenomena, but I think it's, like I said, it's a disciplining operation.
No, you're absolutely right.
Like they're like, oh, we can't unseat Abdul, so maybe we'll make like this media figure toxic so that there's no platform that people can coalesce around, that we can whip votes around or galvanize the base around. All right.
Thank you so much for your patience.
Hi, Chris.
It is now my great honor to introduce the man of the hour, Dr. Abdul El-Sayed. All right, y'all. Money out of? Pocket. Money in your? Pocket. Medicare for? All right, y'all. Look, I wish I could tell you that I was declaring victory right about now. Turns out it takes a long time to count some votes in Michigan. It's a big state. But I will tell you this. I want you just to reflect on what that means. Right now, we are on track to vastly outvote the historical numbers that we should have expected. And that tells you about the kind of movement that we were able to inspire. A movement that kicked off 15 months ago, traveling this state up and down, spending time in churches in Detroit and living rooms in Lansing, VFW halls in Escanaba, backyards in Grand Rapids, sometimes in rooms of 2 or 3, sometimes in rooms of 2,000 or 3,000. And across that movement that we built, there was an inspiration in the idea that we could take our government back. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people, instead of government of the corporations, by the special interests. And because you had the audacity to believe in that, You know that the billionaires, the corporations, and the special interests, they weren't going to give up lightly. We all knew they were going to spend their money. We didn't know they were going to spend $70 million of their money. We didn't know that they were going to outspend us $11 to $1. And yet we're still standing. They want to tell us that here in Michigan, we're a purple state. That somehow everybody walks around wondering, I wonder where I stand on the left-right spectrum. When really, up and down the state, what you hear is, I wonder how I can afford my rent. I wonder how I can afford my groceries. I don't know what will happen if I get sick because I can't afford my deductible. We are not a purple state. We are a state in need of a movement to take our politics back. And despite their spending, despite their lies told in ad after ad after ad after ad on TV, we're walking into the rest of this evening with a 3-point lead. And so as folks ask, if and when we win this race, how are you going to beat Mike Rogers and their money? I want you to remind them that if we come through this, when we come through this, inshallah, that we'll have taken $70 million on the chin and kept fighting back. Yeah, baby. But I also want to speak to this moment. We've got 13 weeks to defeat Mike Rogers. And however we might feel about the campaign we've just come through, I want you to understand that it pales in comparison to the cynicism, in comparison to the corporatism, in comparison to the lies that Mike Rogers and Donald Trump are going to tell. There is so much more that unites us. However much we might disagree with our Democratic opponent, there is so much more that unites us than divides us. And so to all of our supporters here tonight, watching on TV, tomorrow we begin to mend fences. Whatever happens tonight, we have a responsibility to assure that we unite to make sure that Mike Rogers never sees the inside of the U.S. Senate. Where we go from here, always magnanimity in victory. So if your instinct is to be like, I told you, no. Let's come together to build a movement that's even bigger, that's even stronger, that's even more powerful, that reaches into the very depths of this state, that reminds us the best of who we are and who we can be. That is the commitment I want all of us to be making as we leave here tonight. And so, Mike, and I know you're listening, Mike, we are coming for you. As I tell you, I was in med school while Mike Rogers was in Congress. This is a guy who's never seen a check from a pharmaceutical lobbyist he didn't want to cash. He sent our campaign a cease and desist for calling him a pharma lobbyist. But I don't know. If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, quack, quack, smells like a duck, how am I supposed to know it's a goose? So look, forgive me, Mike. I just know that you spend so much time with pharma lobbyists, I just thought you were one. You've taken so much money for them to raise our prescription drug prices. I just thought that you just got into business. After all, you haven't really explained how you made $14 million golfing in Florida. Unless it was trading on all the government relationships you built when you were in Congress. So I don't know, maybe 14 million wasn't enough. You gotta come back, get some more relationships and trade on them too? This is a guy who has never seen a check from a corporation he did not want to corrupt himself with. Get him, Abdul! And here's the thing about it. He can't decide which era of Republican he wants to be from. On the one hand, he was from the neocon era that had us fighting unnecessary wars in Iraq, swore up and down he could never support Donald Trump, then went to Mar-a-Lago when he decided to run for Senate the first time, and licked all the boots until he finally got that Trump endorsement. So he's both the worst of the neocon era and the worst of the MAGA era, and I just think that's the worst of all. Because at least you should know who you are. But I promise you, Mike, by the time we are done with you, all of Michigan is going to know who you are. You are a corporate sellout. Who's not a pharma lobbyist, but really, really might want to be one someday. Who voted to raise our prescription drug prices. Who supported wars we don't need to fight. Who tried to shut down our bridges. Who wants to stand in the way of our unions. Who should never see the inside of the U.S. Senate. So friends, we're going to have to wait a little longer to see the outcome of this race. But as I look in front of me, I already see the outcome of this campaign. A community of people who came together around a set of ideals, built on the foundation of what this government was supposed to be in the first place. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And as I think about where we sit in the long arc of our history, it's hard not to reflect on the fact that we just commemorated 250 years. And we all know those 250 years weren't perfect. We all know that a lot of that history was built on a set of foundational errors. And at the same time, I can't help but appreciate the fact that I know what America gave me. America is an incredible place. I used to live the contrapositive of the life I was supposed to live when I spent summers in Egypt. I crossed 15 hours and 10 years difference in life expectancy. But for the accident of being born here, I got the opportunity to get vaccinated against diseases that killed 2 of my aunts and uncles I'd otherwise never met. I got to go to amazing public schools. I got to go to an incredible public university. I got my medical education paid for by the NIH. And at the same time, growing up just 15 minutes away from me, children whose families had been here far longer than mine, who never got those same opportunities. America can do glorious things, but to love America isn't just to dress up in some colors and pretend that everything's fine.
Yep.
To love America is to will America to do the hard work of being better. If you love America, you want America to be America for all of her kids. And as I think about those past 250 years, those errors, slavery, Jim Crow, the fact this country was built without giving women equal access to citizenship for years, continued discrimination against people. The thing our country has always done, better than anyone else, is that we've been able to look those failures in the eye and correct them. It's not because we ignore our challenges. The greatness of America is the ability to see those challenges and fix them. And 250 years on, as we think about where we go from here, it is that ability to correct that we together have embraced in this movement. We live in an era of historical inequality, in an era where union participation is near an all-time low, but the number of billionaires has never been higher. An era where schools continue to carry the consequences of historical segregation. An era where we continue to see a few very small people try to define America as being as small as they are. We can't control the past 250 years. What we can do is build the next 250. And to do that, it's going to mean movements like this one, of the people, by the people, and for the people, with a distinct purpose of taking on the challenges that we face. Those movements have never been more important than they are right now. I look in front of me and I see all kinds of colors, all kinds of stories coming together around the idea that we can have nice things, we just can't do it alone. That to have them, we're going to need to reach across the divides they tell us we can't reach. Divides of race, of faith, of geography, of sexual orientation, gender identity, to build together what we want to hand off to our kids and our grandkids. And for the past 15 months, I've had the privilege of being a part of that movement with all of you. And so as we continue forward, for the next 13 weeks, I am asking you to put your shoulder in the work to make sure that we defeat Mike Rogers, we defeat and send a blow to Trumpism, and we do the work of building that next 250 years that all of us deserve, because at some point, whether you know them or you don't, the future will ask you, what did you do in this moment? For me, it looks like two little girls, ethnically half Indian like their mom, ethnically half Egyptian, like me, 100% American. And I want to tell them, when they asked, that I got to work with so many incredible people who believed in the best of America, so that we could hand it off to them and all of their kids and grandkids. Ask yourself what we could be if we treated all our kids like they were all our kids. Ask yourself what it would mean when it comes to where we spend our tax dollars, about the schools we build, the health care we provide, the opportunities we would want. And for the next 13 weeks, and the next 6 years after that, I'm asking you to join me in helping to build that America. We should know who the victor will be tomorrow. And the work starts anew. And so for one last time for this primary, money out of? Money in your? Medicare for? Let's go win. Thank you so much.
can't go back in there? No. Right now we have the backstage access. Okay. All right. No, that's fine.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, but we should probably go out through the other side. What's up, man? Sure.
Right here. Right here. Help this side. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here.
Oh, we're not going to leave yet then. We're just going up through the other side. Sorry. It's fine.
This way, guys. This way, please.
All right.
This way.
Can I get us some people? Oh my God, thank you so much. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Can we get a photo with you?
Sure.
Okay. Who's got the longer arm? You got the longest arm.
Okay. Quick, guys. I have to go.
Never came to Michigan. You're never going to
Yeah, no, it's great. Wait, all right. We gotta go. Quick.
Wait.
It's the wrong side. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. All right, perfect.
Thank you.
All right, friends, thank you so much for coming out tonight. If we could ask that everybody make their way toward the exit, please.
Yeah,
We got this.
You want to shake my hand, bro? Oh, so nice to meet you.